say I'm crazy, doing what I'm doing. They give me all kind of warning. Citizen Lens checking in. Man, I'm not doing well, but I'm trying to do well, you know? Trying to do well. Something kind of frustrating about when a hard drive where that hard drive contains everything that you've done in terms of videos doesn't want to be recognized by the computer, and so you try different things, and it works for a second, and then you try and defragment it from it just deletes itself, or then you restart it and you replug it in, and then you try it again, you try to move the data to another hard drive, and it just deletes itself 5 minutes in. Frustrating. So the main problem with that is, well, everything that I've done video-wise is on that hard drive. But the other real problem with that is that the fucking part 2 and part 3 of COVID video is on that hard drive. And they contain a lot of edits and a lot of pictures and images, and everything's spliced and everything's fucking perfect. But you know what? Maybe that happened for a reason. Who knows? You know? I'm trying to be this guy, you know, who I was 6 years ago. People say I'm lazy, dreaming my life away. Sure, you can all sort of appreciate that. Come on now. Come on, man. So I figured I want to do I gotta get something out, you know? I just don't know what it is yet. I have a lot of things in mind, but maybe I can make something entertaining out of this, you know? Fudge. Alright. Well, honestly, number one, my favorite one right here. Holy shit.
Of course I surprise myself. By the grace of God, I never even move my feet. Like, I just leave it in his hands, and I pray that all the practice, that the hell that my freaking coach is putting me through pays off. And every single time it does. And I get better and better. And it's so weird that there is no cap to the limit that I can do.
There's no cap to the limit I can do. This clip is exactly. I mean, fuck. Can you imagine if we could just, let's bring George Washington out for a day and let him see clips like this.
And I'm excited to see what I have next.
Last question for you. That American flag around your shoulders looks pretty good. How does that feel to represent your country like this?
It feels amazing. I love representing the U.S. I freaking love living there. I love it, and I'm so happy I get to represent USA!
I love anybody who loves this country. Right now, you're a rebel if you love this country for some fucking god-awful reason. Anyway, that's why I love this clip. And I love her. I love you. I love you.
Well said. Congratulations. Enjoy that.
I don't know what you did. I don't even know what the sport was. I think it was wrestling or something. I don't really care. I just love that you love America. I love it.
Podium, okay?
Thank you. I'll try not to cry, but no problem.
It's so super honest and just genuine. Have I not mentioned this before? People on the right, they're genuine. They're real human beings. They have stream of consciousness. They have thoughts. They aren't like following. They aren't abiding by any sort of like preconceived script that they have to follow. They don't have any sort of lines that they can't cross. No. You see this in the UFC all the time. You wonder why so many people in the UFC are not not necessarily left-leaning communists. It's because they have the right. And they see that right, and they're like, yeah, all I gotta do is think about fucking competing. All I gotta do is think about training. Competing, training, winning. Winning, winning. So if you ask them about, like, politics, they're gonna be like, fuck. Because they're real fucking people, they have real fucking thoughts. They are not spoon-fed what kind of thoughts they should have. Jesus Christ, this is only one clip in, and I'm already on full speed. Oh, I love that one. All right, let's go to another one.
My fellow Americans, it looks like some things have changed. Are we doing a good enough job teaching our children what America is and what she represents?
You want an abortion? Get one!
Younger parents aren't sure that an appreciation of America is the right thing to teach modern children.
We're not going to make America great again. It was never that great.
When I drive...
Can I get some fucking serious information on that claim? What makes you think America was never great? It was never that great. Give me an example of a country that is living great.
into a neighborhood and there are American flags. It's a message of white supremacy.
Now, American flag is a message of white supremacy. You guys don't know what you're doing. Keep poking this sleeping giant of the silent majority, and you get
All right,
this.
so I'll make a deal. If they make the vaccine mandatory, I'll wake up the silent majority. I got the juice to do it.
He said juice, not Jews. Juice, not Jews.
If the vaccine becomes mandatory, I'll just
There's probably a lot of Jews involved as well, but anyway.
wake up the silent majority. And mark my words, the silent majority is everywhere. We represent the greater good, no matter what. That's my deal.
Come at this. Come at this.
I would advise them to leave this vaccine thing alone
You think
before this get out of hand.
you think
Because
you
it
guys
will.
are in charge? You guys think you are in charge? I'll tell you who's in charge.
If they make the vaccine mandatory, I'll wake up the silent majority.
I'm on his team.
I got the juice to do it.
I am on team this
If
guy.
the vaccine becomes mandatory, I'll just wake up the silent majority.
Fuck yes.
And mark my words, the silent majority is
It's
everywhere.
everywhere. My neighbors can get pissed off. Hey guys, by the way, guys, support me. Come on, what the hell? One views? One views. There's nothing that makes a person who spends a long time creating a video, one space views. It's a really good video. Anyway.
Now that you're the love gov, you've kind of transcended politics, and now you're just part of really more, you're more of like a national sex symbol. He says you'll probably get more dates than votes. That's him saying that, not me.
Governor Cuomo sexually harassed multiple women.
You did your thing during COVID. New York was suffering. We were the epicenter. We were all in a crisis, in a panic, and every single day you came on the airwaves.
Crisis and panic. Yeah, if you bought the media line.
You offered your strength, your leadership, and your direction.
I don't think I ever felt like I was in a panic. Never wore a mask until security wouldn't allow me to go into a CVS unless I had a mask on. Just saying. I've never used sanitizer in my entire life. Actually, Maybe when I was like in kindergarten or something, I might have used it because I was told like that's what you're supposed to do. But I've never used sanitizer. Fuck sanitizer. What the fuck? As I've said from the beginning, guys, the biggest threat, well, it's the human condition. It's being a human. And it's surviving in a world that is real. You know? You know? It's not a TikTok world. What determines your life and death doesn't have anything to do with video games. Or with TikTok. Oh, I thought I had a third one. Rule of 3. You gotta have... Or with likes on Facebook. I've always known that what determines life and death is out here. It doesn't have anything to do with all that digital shit. If you think it does, good on you. You know? Make sure you're eating healthy and exercising, and you know your body is a real thing. In fact, it's your temple.
People need to wake up and realize, no, it's not just entertainment. No, it's not just a movie. No, it's not just okay to be bringing just anything in my house or putting anything on my body. My body is what? A temple, right? And so I can't just let anything in. I can't just listen to any type of music. I can't just watch anything. I can't just, have any kind of stuff in my house because there's spirits behind it.
And in fact, it's the only thing that keeps you from here and there. Non-existence. Or eternal life. Anyway.
And your caring and your heart.
Many of whom were young women, by engaging in unwanted groping, kisses, hugging, and by making inappropriate...
Hugging. Don't pronounce that second G.
...appropriate comments.
You are the epitome of New York tough.
I look up to you still.
Further.
Guys, this is all such BS. This is all to throw everyone's attention towards sexual misconduct, right? No, Cuomo's not guilty. Sure, he's guilty of sexual misconduct, but he's really guilty of murdering. Murder. They sent COVID patients into elderly homes. What's the proper word for that? Old folks' homes? Is that not proper anymore? Elderly patients who are on their deathbed and they're sick and they have many other things going on with their bodies, right? And then they give them COVID from other patients that they bring in and they put COVID on the death.
The governor and his senior team took actions to retaliate against at least one former employee.
You set the example for the rest of the nation, the rest of the world, how to be a leader.
Governor Cuomo's...
This is such... These people are going to pay for this. They're going to pay. They're going to pay. They're going to pay for this. I mean, what did she just say?
How to be a leader.
What? How to be a leader. Yeah, we figure out a way to... That's a leader?
Governor Cuomo's administration fostered a toxic workplace that enabled harassment and created a
I do like the, at least they're trying. They're doing a little, both sides here.
hostile work environment.
Thank you for your leadership during these trying times. We are New York tough, smart, disciplined, united, and...
It's hard to say anything bad about this guy, De Niro. I really hope he's a good guy. I don't know, I saw some shit about fucking Tarantino earlier. Oh. I love Tarantino, but goddamn, dude. When I approach that line of like, okay, artist, separating the artist from the art, like with Cosby. With Cosby, it's like, with Cosby, I could see like there was a difference between the person who's not worthy of praise and the art that he did. Because I grew up on that and I connected with it. Even though, it's silly.
And singing songs to me, that is great. Give us a chocolate cake.
So I could separate those things. I could separate the person and the art. and still appreciate the art for what it was. And so when they decided to get rid of the Cosby Show, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you get rid of the show? All those other actresses and actors, like, they're making money on great content that they created with a guy who happened to be in his personal life an asshole, a fucking rapist. I feel that way about most of this shit. And when I start to see my favorite artists be outed as perverts, it's kind of like, please don't be. Please don't be. But then I can take a step back and realize, like, you know what? Quentin Tarantino made a lot of great films. Great films. Amazing films. Beyond art. Like, that's... And then when I see a photo of him, I'm like, okay, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. But it doesn't change my... The art is separate from the person, because art is not from a person. A human being does not just make art. The art can be completely isolated from the person, because a person does not create a piece of art themselves. If they do, it's shit, and everyone knows. It's like obviously shit. It's like a person sitting on the toilet and actually taking a shit. You take a look at the shit in the toilet and you're like, oh, that's art. When an artist makes a piece of art, it's not just them making that art. There's something else involved. And so it's easy for me to separate that art from the artist. So if Elvis records an amazing record, and then we find out that he's also a piece of shit in his personal life, I can separate the two. Same with Michael Jackson. I'm just saying. From the age of, what, 5? 6? When did Jackson 5, how old was Michael Jackson? 7? 12? 17? I don't give a shit. He was fucking amazing. As a performer. He was amazing. And you know what? We go back, we see like, oh, you know what? He didn't have a great time in his childhood. And he had a lot of shit to deal with. It wasn't fun. He might have done this and that. So I can say, all right, well, Michael Jackson as a person, maybe not someone to look up to. As a person, he obviously wasn't a fan of his life. But that body of work, the art, damn! I mean, that shit's gonna live on forever. It's gonna live on longer than Mozart will. As strange as that sounds, it will. Why am I here? Why am I talking about this? Oh, where the hell is Louis C.K.? Come back, bro. The fuck? We need you now more than ever. The fuck? Where are you, dude? We love you. We never gave a shit. We never gave a shit, dude. You gave us so fucking much in such a short amount of time, and then they canceled your ass, and now we don't hear anything. Come back! Louis C.K., we fucking need you. Louis C.K., he gets Me Too'd, right? From something that he did like 12 years ago? He was at a club with 2 female comedians, and I guess he got horny and drunk, and he asked them if he could masturbate in front of them. And they said, yeah, go ahead. And he did. And then they were like, oh, I'm super traumatized. And then 12 years later, when Louis C.K. got rich as fuck, because he's a genius, they decided to speak up. You take a guy who has multi-million-dollar deals to make movies, to make shows. He had multiple TV shows. Amazing TV shows, by the way. If you didn't catch any of them, you better fucking download them now while they're still available. If they're still available, I don't even know. We all miss you and we love you. We want you back. Bad, dude. We don't give a fuck about you masturbating in front of some chicks. We don't give a shit, dude. Do you guys understand how sick the world of perversion gets? Right? Do you understand how sick it gets? Like, it gets to, like, brutality. Like, it gets to some dark places. And we're demonizing a comedic genius for asking girls if he can jerk off in front of them. Now, that doesn't seem very bad, does it? I don't think it seems very bad. I think we give the guy a fucking pass, and we get fucking great comedy back. And where the fuck is Ricky Gervais, by the way? I'm sure he's making something. He always is. I don't think there's anything they can get Ricky Gervais on. They can't. Those are the two best comedy minds on the planet living today. I don't know. I might be able to think of a couple more. But those two, god damn it. Because, you know, I would say... Kill him softly. Who's that guy? Dave Chappelle. If it weren't for that fucking weird ass special he did on the fucking, 845 or whatever it was. The guy who died from fentanyl. And he also had COVID. And he also had, meth. And he also... Come on, Dave. Dave. I remember you as the guy who fucking blew my mind with his jokes. Racial discrimination, completely destroyed all that, and just came out with the comedy, gave us funny. Derek Chauvin was trying to keep a guy down because he was unwilling to follow orders. Now, put yourself in George Floyd's position, right? They're trying to put you in the back of a police vehicle to sit down comfortably. And you're saying no, that you're claustrophobic, and you want to be placed on the ground. Okay. So they put you on the ground, and then you're flailing around, and they can't keep you still, and you're dying because you just took a handful of fentanyl because you didn't want to get caught selling it. Among other things. And a white cop comes along and keeps you down with a knee on the shoulder, then a little bit on the neck, then mainly on the shoulder. Even on the neck, we've seen videos disproving the fact that that can actually kill somebody. It's not a fact. You can't put your knee, one knee on a person's neck when they're facing downward and kill them. That's not how asphyxiation works. If you want to know the truth about what happened that day, just take a couple classes of jiu-jitsu. Or try it yourself. Have a friend put their knee on you, put all their weight on your knee, on your neck, and see how it feels. See if it actually cuts off your breath. Shit's bizarre land, bro. They only wanted an event. They only needed an event. And you know what? They love it. They love it when the event is completely easily disproven. You understand, you notice how they don't point out instances of actual racist police murders, because there are plenty. I've seen a bunch of them. They don't point those out. They don't put those in the news. Wonder why? Is it because we would both sides would agree on the fact that it's obviously racist? Or is it because it's not as juicy to the news, I guess? Well, what makes something juicy to the news? Does the idea of something being... Alright, so I'm looking up I Can't Breathe. I'm trying to find the original video of that, that big fat dude who was selling Lucy's. That's where I Can't Breathe came from. I don't see anything about that here. It says video shows George Floyd pinned down. GWSN, I Can't Breathe behind the scenes. New body cam video shows man telling officers I can't breathe before he died in 2017, Fresno, California. I can't breathe. Eric Garner, here we go. Let's watch this.
Don't worry, because he was just sitting here. I just came in. Sitting here.
Mind my business.
Okay, right there. We already know he didn't do shit, guys. He didn't do shit. So let's let him go. Guys, if someone tells you they didn't do shit, that means we gotta just let them go. They're free. In America, if you don't do shit, then you don't get punished or prosecuted or anything. Just let them go. Come on, dude. What are you guys gonna do?
Hey, break out, stop.
Yes.
You don't say you can put it up on me.
That's all right.
The people that's fighting just walk away? Are you serious? I didn't do nothing. What did I do?
I didn't do nothing. He says it right there. You guys don't hear it? He says, I didn't do nothing. Yeah, it's maximum volume. I didn't do nothing.
Then before that.
Put my ID on me. Take you out for what?
Take me in for what? He says, I don't have my ID. Take me in for what? Okay, let's go back if you don't believe me.
Put my ID on me.
I don't have my ID on me. Okay, if you don't believe me.
Before that.
Put my ID on me.
I don't have my ID on me. I have to take you down.
Take you out for what?
Take me down for what?
I didn't sell anything.
I didn't sell anything. Guys, if somebody's just like a guy selling Lucy's on the street, he didn't sell anything. So what do we... leave him alone. Come on. Alright, part of me is on this guy's side. There's gotta be more things, pressing matters. But let's see how this turns a nation into anti-police, pro-blacks over any white cops or authority figures. Let's see how this works.
I did nothing. We sitting here the whole time. I'm not business.
Yeah, we were sitting here the whole time.
What you told you? You watch me do what? Who did I sell cigarette to? To who?
He didn't. He's pretending like he didn't sell anything. Come on, guys. Yeah, he didn't sell anything. He's never sold anything.
Not that red shirt. There's another guy in a red shirt.
Another guy in a red shirt. Is not that guy in a red... Another guy in a red shirt. That's what the cop says. Somebody who he saw, he witnessed, take a cigarette and then hand him, what, a $10 bill or something? How much is a cigarette these days? $50? Who knows? Okay, a couple bucks. Couple bucks for a cigarette.
Play a hard way for what? Every time you see me, you want to mess with me. I'm tired.
Every time you see me, you want to mess with me. Now, do you think he's talking about that guy in particular? Or do you think he has in his mind, he's saying you, meaning any white person. Anytime you, meaning any white person, see me, you want to mess with me. Black person. Do you think that's not a symptom of society? Do you think we're not programming black children to believe that the whites are constant enemies? I don't know. That's just what I see. I could be wrong. I might be wrong. Because he doesn't know his name. He doesn't say, like, every time you look at me. Like, no, he doesn't know his name.
Guy right here is forcibly trying to lock somebody up for breaking up a fight.
Everybody standing here, they told you I didn't do nothing.
Breaking up a fight?
I did not sell nothing. Because every time you see me, you want to harass me, you want to stop me, so I'm so sick.
Who is he? Every time DD sees a big black guy, he's trying to harass him. He wants to stop him. So how do you know DD, and why is DD following you around, trying to harass you? I think you're just saying you, meaning non-black people.
I'm my business, officer. I'm minding my business. Please just leave me alone. I told you the last time. Please just leave me alone.
You? So you talked to this guy the last time? Or you talked to another white person?
Hold on.
Don't touch me, please.
Came over.
Not touch me.
Damn, man.
Stop. Put your hands, buddy.
Put your hand behind your back. I can't breathe.
Once again, police beating up on people.
Back up.
Right here.
Back up, then get on that steps.
Okay.
Back up.
Oh,
it's pretty fucking terrible. I'm not defending any of that. Not at all. Holy shit. But I do see a complete breakdown in the... Why can't I hear myself? In the communication, right? He's referring to a cop as you, right? And that cop has likely never seen him. Okay? And it's a minor charge. You're selling cigs. Okay. Nobody really gives a shit about that. But you're then resisting arrest, which you notice the camera completely cuts, right? From here.
Hold on.
Don't touch me.
Right, cut right there. Cut.
Hold on.
Don't touch me, please.
Came over.
Not touch me.
Why was that cut there? What changed? Just asking questions. And I know the rest of this video is fucking awful. Let's go through it.
Damn.
How do you take down a 400-pound fucking giant? Well, if you've learned jiu-jitsu or training that they give you in the training to be a cop, you learn to try and cut their airways. Now, the rest of this is pretty horrific because it's a free-for-all. But you know what I want to know? What the fuck happened between here?
I'm minding my business. Please just leave me alone.
Please just leave me alone. You mean me, the guy that you've been saying that you've been encountering me for many months now, and I always infringe on your rights. Do you know my name? Who are you? I've never seen you. Okay. So, you know, we're being, people are pushing back on the fact that you're harassing people in the streets. People don't like that. And so we're trying to help out our city by stopping you from doing this. I mean, honestly, find a job. How much do you get paid for slinging cigarettes? I think there's jobs that pay more than what you get paid to sling cigarettes. So, okay. Something happens here.
I told you the last time, please leave me alone.
I told you the last time, please leave me alone. So, me, I'm this little white dude with the DD on the back of my shirt. Sir, I've never seen you ever. What? Why that cut? Just why? Why that cut? Seems to me like that was the heat of the action, right? Why would you cut? And then go to this?
Hold on.
Don't touch me.
Came over.
Not touch me.
Maybe it was the first attempt at what happened to George Floyd. Just guessing. Just playing game. I'm not bragging. Just guessing. Maybe that was the first attempt at getting society upriled enough to be convinced that cops are inherently racist. And again, I'm not defending this shit that happens here. But again, I do not know what led up to this. Because the video cut. And whatever made that guy with the 99 on his shirt get that fucking aggressive, I'll never know. Nobody will ever know. Because the video was cut. I mean, what? Come on. Nobody just jumps out and starts getting that aggressive with somebody. There had to be something that made him that aggressive. Right? You think he was just like, oh, where's a black person? Where's a black person? I've got anger to get out, and I want to put it toward a black person. Especially a 400-pound fucking 6-foot black person.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Once again, police beating up on people. I live right here.
And you can see right there, he's not like aggressively trying to kill somebody. He's like, maintain.
Put your hand behind you.
Like he's in an awkward position there anyway. Like, let's go back.
Don't touch me. Came over. Not touch me.
Let's watch 99. Let's see what happens to him. This is after the cut, by the way. So he's right there. He's got a move, right? Let's go back even. Let's keep an eye on him. See what happens.
This guy right here is forcibly trying to lock.
This guy right here is forcibly Trying to rile
somebody up for
trying to rile somebody up.
breaking up a fight.
Now, that might be true. And I'm willing to admit if this is all bullshit. But again, it comes back to the fact that where does that term come from? I can't breathe. I can't breathe. That guy on CNN. This is what he's referring to. So let's dissect it a little bit, huh?
Everybody's standing here, they told you I didn't do nothing.
I didn't do nothing. That's not a weird thing to say.
I did not sell nothing.
I did not sell nothing.
Because every time you see me, you want to harass me.
Every time you see me, you want to harass me. Who's you?
Stop me trying to sell cigarettes.
Shit.
I'm minding my business, officer.
Guys, I kind of want to be proved wrong here. I think that would make for a much more interesting video. So let's see. I'm watching this guy, right?
I'm minding my business. Please just leave me alone. I told you the last.
I agree with him entirely. Yeah. Sure, you want to sell crack? Go ahead. Honestly, that's my honest opinion. If you want to, hang out on the corners on the street and you want to sell dope, sling away, dude. I don't think police should get involved with that. I think there's much more important things for police to be, concerned about. Worldwide child trafficking, for one thing. Harvesting aborted body parts, yeah. Murder, I think murder is a pretty big deal, yeah. Robbery is a pretty big thing. How about motorcycles driving across your fucking apartment every day? Over and over again? Anyway.
Please leave me alone.
Hold on.
Don't touch me, please.
So what happened? Because, come on, guys. This guy here. Okay, watch him. And then we fade into a new cut. Where that guy is this guy. That's his foot. Please don't touch me. Don't touch me. This is him. What happened? What happened? Because I don't think this guy was really, out to strangle a black guy. Because he's a racisms. But I could be wrong.
Hold on.
Don't touch me, please. Not touch me.
I think maybe this guy might have said some shit to this white dude. Calling him you, probably. Saying you always do you always do this and that. And you are probably a blah blah blah. I don't know. Just speculation. I don't know what else would make this guy want to be this guy. Just saying. Somebody said something to somebody else. And it was the wrong person.
Put your hand behind you.
Why the fuck would somebody do that to somebody? If they were just selling cigarettes. That's it. Yeah. They didn't have anything demeaning to say about me. But I'm just gonna push their head into the cement. Burn into the concrete. Just saying, maybe we should look into it. No, guys, that's old news. George Floyd happened since then. Oh,
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Once again, police beating up on people.
I'm sure this guy doing the voiceover, I'm sure he's being completely objective. I'm sure he's telling us everything that happened according to exactly what happened, even though he happened to cut a portion of his video out. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Does nobody else understand how fades work? Okay, if you're recording something and there's a fade into another thing, that means you cut something out. Why? Why? Is that maybe something that the police later on figured out and they found? And then nobody got arrested for this? Huh. Funny thing happened. No, we're gonna let him go. Why? Because all of us retards out here in, Americaville, we see a person going straight from, hey, what's going on here, to I'm gonna strangle you. Why don't you show any instances of actual racist motivated cops murdering suspects? I mean, there's got to be plenty, right? You guys are saying that there's like 50% of all cops murdering black people, white cops murdering black people is all racisms. And then you show us these examples that are obviously proven to be not so racism motivated. You gotta understand that they have a goal in mind here. They. And when I say they, I mean the deep state. I mean the whole cabal. I mean the people who want to destroy this country. And if you don't believe that there's a group of people who want to destroy this country, then fucking open your window and look outside. If you don't believe me that there's a group of people orchestrating the end of this country, then fucking open your eyes. Find any news source that is not actually even look at mainstream media. I think that's enough to tell you that there's lies and hypocrisy abounds. Hypocrisy abounds big time. They'll tell you, oh yeah, Donald Trump is telling this big lie thing. All you got, when you have a big lie, you just repeat it, and that's why he keeps saying the thing about the election and blah 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 blah. His hypocrisy. He just keeps saying he keeps repeating it, and then they go on to say, oh yeah, but we all know that the last elections were completely fair and completely safe. Is that not a big lie that you're now repeating? Over and 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 over again. Oh, the lie is baseless. It's all baseless. There's no evidence. It's all baseless evidence. It's baseless. What's the big lie? Is Trump telling a big lie? Because from what I've seen, he's only ever given facts. I don't think he's repeated anything, really. He doesn't repeat the same verbiage. Not like the mainstream media when they talk about it. It's just baseless. Well, there's no evidence. I mean, if you want me to, I can pull up the compilation that show every fucking 30, 40 plus fucking news organization saying the exact same thing. Who's the hypocrite? People asking questions, lost in confusion. Will I tell them there's no problem?